Why are you so pumped up? Are you on steroids?
This is Sparta! Fatality.
I don't know about you guys, but that intro, it just gets me fired up. Completely and totally fired up. This is Sparta, also known as UFO Buster Radio. Thank you for joining today. This is the Thursday Freakout, and I'm not going to lie, I've had 2 margaritas. 3? No, was it 2? I can't even remember. That's how good they were. No fucks given. But this is the Thursday Freakout, so we are going to first do a news story, and then we're going to open up the lines for folks to call in. And I can tell you right now, there is someone who is itching to get on here, but I got a gripe to go over first. And it's really important because I tried to stress yesterday in many different ways. I used regular fucking math, Western math, and then I used draconian math to get the information out so people would fucking understand it. Okay? And it begs to be spoken about again one more time. And then we'll go into open lines and see what folks have to say in general. But the first thing I want to do is that we need to go over what I talked about, and that is that last story about the 36 civilizations in the Milky Way. Apparently people don't get the math. It is really weird. It is really strange. But Wired.com had a story on it, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a pissing contest, I guess. Time to go out and water the plants on your neighbor's yard. I don't know what it is. Something's going down, and it makes no sense to me because you really gotta use what you got. You gotta use your common sense, and then you gotta extrapolate, as they say in science. You extrapolate. Well, if it's okay here, then why the fuck not? Would it not be okay over there? I'm just saying. That's just the way it is. What can you do? I want to say what's up to the guys in the live chat right now. We got Green Man, Gamevid, Pucky is on board. By the way, Gamevid is on the road. Don't swerve. Don't do it. We also got The Norm, of course. And, we got Dre, the founder of Draconian Math. We got Mrs. Dre, also known as Davina. Scary ass story she told us. And let's see who else is on here. Going down the list. That's it. We're done. More people will show up eventually. But I want to get into this, get the story out the way so that we can get into the live call-ins and see what's on your mind, folks. See what's really popping. So, first, let me just do my own peeing on people's yard because I'm a hurricane.
Strange vibration. scars and scars. I'll brush you off just like the dust upon my shoulder. I have a hunch of who you are. Believe it or not, I got the strength to blow you over. I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. Hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. Hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way.
Here's the weird thing, and Punky just said it in a live chat. It's been a crazy ass fucking week. It is bananas. If you guys go back and play Monday's episode, you hear me griping. I was like bitching on that thing. How crazy Monday was, and it just continued on this freaking like an avalanche of madness that just continued throughout the whole fucking week. Today was not so bad because it's the freak out and no fucks are given. And now it's like, forget it, Friday Eve, nobody gives a damn fuck. We made it through the hard part, and so here we are now. So let me get on with my rant, because I feel it. I feel like someone's like, hurry up, man. Hurry up, man. I got something to say. Come on. Get it going. We got some talking to do. This article is coming out of Wired.com. Now, I appreciate Wired.com. I really do. Most of their articles are UFO friendly, but this one is saying the trouble with counting aliens. Fuck, you ain't got to count them, dude. You really don't. You just take the numbers for what they are. You don't got to use all your fingers and your toes. You ain't got to call your grandpa over and have them show their little shriveled up, wrinkled ass, nasty ass hangnails so you can count them too. It's not that hard. I'm going to be honest with the majority of people here. The article starts off talking about the fact that for 70 years, people have been struggling with Fermi's paradox, which is, as of today, as of right now, or really 2 days ago, because that's what I said, but as of right now, fuck the Fermi paradox. It's bullshit. Get rid of it. Forget about it. Forget about it. That's coming from my New Yorker teen self. Forget about it. It is ridiculous. It is nonsense. You got to look at things from the way you are today. You don't go around making decisions based on when you were fucking 12. It doesn't work. Life doesn't work that way. You learn new shit. You have new experiences. You have new data. And so the shit you knew when you were 12, when you could barely wipe your ass clean, doesn't work when you're in your 40s and 50s or 30s. It just doesn't go that way. It just doesn't work. The Fermi paradox is 70 years old. Any fucker out there who's living their life right now, like when they were 12 compared to when they're 70, is a nut job. In need of a lot of medication. This Nobel-winning physicist, Fermi, was great back in the day. He was a mover and a shaker, but now he's in the box. And we know that what he assumed, his assumptions in the Fermi paradox, don't add up to dick today. Zero. And I'm not even looking at the chat box, but I'm sure someone's posting, Manny hates Fermi. You're right. I do. Because that's not where we are today. The article, we're just linking the description. I can't help it. That's pretty funny as fuck. Researchers working on the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, or SETI, who we give no fucks about on this podcast, have proposed a number of solutions to the Fermi paradox. But it doesn't make any sense. Why the fuck you think SETI is still where they are? SETI hasn't moved forward. They haven't moved. They're basically doing like NASA and those damn rovers. 85% of the damn rover is still old shit. Yeah. You're telling me that in a decade, your ass cannot figure out more than 50% of new technology? Are you serious? Get the fuck out of here. You're fired. Give my tax money back, you bitch. It is the Thursday Freakout, if you haven't realized that yet. That's where we're at. So SETI, Fermi, the rovers can all kick rocks. I'm done with them. The question here is, how rare is it that alien life is? We talked about the article where there's a new study that says you can assume, all things being equal, because we do things based on what we know. I mean, you don't go around making decisions on the shit you don't know. If you do, you live a really fucked up life. You really do. You're basically a daredevil all the time, every day, 24/7. And chances are, you won't live very long. But this is how these things work. You base it on what you know as a human being, as their science evolves and things like that. So yes, these scientists in this article talking about the 36 potential civilizations within the Milky Way, they based it on humanity. They're not basing it on the little green aliens that go around probing people. No, they can't. They don't know shit about them. Nobody knows shit about them. Either the little gray aliens, the reptilians, the blonde-haired dudes, the Nordics or the no-dicks, who come in, the big blondes. No one knows anything about them. So you can't base what they said on these entities, because we know nothing. Whether they're avians, whether they're lizards, no fucks are given. We ain't know you. So our science is based on what we know. We know how humanity was developed over the years, over the decades, over the centuries, and that's what we're going to base it on. And there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. We do that shit every fucking day. Normal life, not even as scientists, just as we live. If Rubber Dicker A goes to do a job, chances are Rubber Dicker B is going to have the same experience because they fucking started doing the same goddamn job, following the same rules. Anyway, but this story is saying maybe you can't do that. Maybe you can't really say there's 36 communicating extraterrestrials in the Milky Way. All right? Let's just assume there's one. Take a lucky guess who that one is. Let's say there is one communicating, advanced, fairly violent, loves civil unrest civilization in the Milky Way. Just one. You take that number, you multiply that by a total of 2 trillion galaxies. Well, shit. Now you have 2 trillion civilizations. And that's the thing. People, Wired.com broke it down to the smallest number. Because there can only be one Wired.com in the Milky Way and in the universe. So I don't know. It's, I'd hate to say the S word, stupidity, but again, you're basing this on your experience. And if we're basing it purely on being human, one race, the human race, in the Milky Way, in this galaxy, but for Pete's sake, it's a fucking universe. 2 trillion other galaxies in the visible universe. That means there is at least 2 trillion other rubber dickers like you who write for some kind of Wired.com talking about dickheads on the other side of the universe. I'm just saying, that's just the way it is. Do we have the ability to reach 17,000 light years away to where the paper assumes, is an assumption, that there is intelligent life somewhere else about 17,000 light years away? No, we can't fucking do that. Are you kidding me? We can barely communicate on the other side of the planet. But that doesn't mean that these entities, these beings, these civilizations are not there. We're just not at the point in development where we could do something about it, you know, that we can talk to them. We're just not there. We can't just poo-poo it and say that it doesn't exist. It's because we don't see it. For Pete's sake, come on. That's the article from Wired.com. You can read the rest of it if you want to. The description is there. We are going to play one more track, and then we're going to open up the line. There's 2 ways that you can call in, but I'll give it to you after this song, because, yeah, it's just nuts. All right, this is open lines right now on Thursday, so there was a bit of a ring-in all of a sudden, out of the blue. But first, I want to do the ISS UFO Buster Radio background noise, because we're taking off right now. So, individual who tried to call in, and I didn't answer because there's a lot of milky nuts that are being talked about in the chat right now. Please chime in. Let's hear your freak out right now. We're ready for you. As a matter of fact, I could probably just call you back. To be honest, truthfully, I sure can. Though I don't see where the hell Skype is, like it closed down. Could be a problem. It really could. Please dial in. The number is 972-290-30. Oh, shit, there it goes. Un momento, por favors. Welcome to the podcast. Who's calling? Nobody. What the hell is going on here? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having technical difficulties right now. Apparently, somebody's calling in and gets disconnecting. Let me just take a look at this. Go ahead and talk amongst yourself. Go to the shitter. Take care of some business. I am going to try to fix this ASAP, because it's pretty strange. Let's see. Let's dial this individual up, because I did it my way. For shows. Okay, and it's ringing. And it went nowhere. Green Man says it's haunted phone lines. This is really weird because I'm dialing the number and it hangs up. I try to answer the number and it hangs up. This has got to be Dre. And he's probably pretty close to that ghostly house. Says there was a problem. Oh, snap, crackle, and pops. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a technical difficulty here, but I think I just figured it out. We'll have to burn one more fucking song. God damn it, I was not ready for this. Hold on one sec while we fix the technical difficulty.
Now
So, all right, folks. So we got the caller in. It is the one and only Dre, and he's got some stuff he wants to freak out about. So, Dre, the floor is yours.
Hey guys, hi Manny. This is Andre the Mailman. Like I said earlier, this is first time caller, long time listener. Even though many things I called in earlier, but it was actually my wife called in. But anyway, my Thursday night freak out will cover topics that are near and dear to all our hearts and our Discord. My first topic I'm gonna go over is the paranormal occult. And while I have never experienced any paranormal activity personally, I believe that millions of people have experienced something strong enough to upset them physically and emotionally. Manny, I must believe they are not conjuring or concocting these stories to make themselves seem important. Although to think an entity, spirit, or ghost from another realm, another plane, or other side of our conscious life when it interact with us is hard to fathom. My point lacks evidence, but my mind craves information on this topic. Manny, like all things, I believe in location, location, location. Being at the right place at the right time, which leads me to my next topic.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You don't get away that easy. This is the freak out.
What?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
So I heard what you just said, and it feels like Davina's like, you better get on there. You better say you believe me because you heard my story.
It's never happened to me. I just can't believe. It's got to happen to me. I'm one of those. I'm a doer. I'm a seer. Do it in front of me and I can do it. But I mean, it's never happened to me. I don't know if I'm not open to it or maybe I'm just not pretty enough for ghosts. I don't know. So
wait a minute. So when she tells you the story, what do you say to her?
All I can do is like, okay, yes, I believe her. I mean, she's not gonna make it up. I mean, like all these millions of people, they're not gonna make it up just to make it up. Something really happened to them, but I just hasn't happened to me, so it's hard for me to believe.
So you don't go like, oh, honey, it's okay.
No. I mean, she's been in a lot of different places. I mean, I'll come back to that topic about believing. It's at the bottom of my little rant here. So, you drink and smoke rejected. Wow. Davina, you drink and smoke. That's why they rejected me from the ghost hunters.
You didn't pass mustard. Oh, that's funny.
Okay, let me continue, man, because I got a time limit here.
Okay,
I only got 5 minutes.
All right, you're on.
Okay, which leads me to my next topic is Bigfoot. Well, Daryl, as Flo from the Geico commercial calls him.
Right.
Now, timing and location play a big part in the existence of this Gigantopithecus bipedal hominid from our past or from outer space. Yeti, Sasquatch, skunk ape, Bigfoot, Yowie, abominable snowman, and countless other names. While this cryptid may have supernatural, mythical, or even extraterrestrial attributes, millions of people have claimed to have seen this animal or black bears that have learned to walk on 2 feet, or whatever you want to call it. Although, again, Manny, I have not experienced this creature myself, I must believe all these people are being truthful and honest about their encounters. Which brings me to my next...
Well, listen, I would not want to be in the woods with something like that, to be honest. And anyone that goes out chasing them is like they're not even for the sport anymore. They're trying to get, taken from the rear by this gigantic thing. Because that's what you're looking for. That dude is huge.
It's like being in the ocean. We don't belong in the ocean. We don't belong in the forest.
Yeah, we're advanced bipedal humans. We don't need that shit.
Yeah.
All right, what's your next point?
My next topic is UFOs. Manny, I want to believe in. Okay, so I want to believe that cultures, dynasties, empires, kingdoms, since the beginning of time, have reported seeing objects flying in the sky. UFOs have been chronicled through the years by billions and billions of people on Earth, with vast distances and language separating them all. I believe it would be hard to pull off a global hoax like this, and I don't understand why people believe in UFOs but not aliens. Who do you think is driving these things?
Right, exactly.
I think the good old days of UFOs are gone. UFOs used to be round, saucer, cigar, or hat-shaped. Now, this tic-tac bullshit, just not believable. Maybe we are seeing the evolution of spacecraft as time goes on, so our huge SpaceX phallus rocket. It's so 1800, and we're so over it. Then we have aliens. They say they're living with us and working with our governments to make our planet better for the universe. Again, hard for me to believe. With the astonishing number of stars in the midnight sky and not using Manny's metric or draconian system, I do not believe we're not the only game in town. To believe that the universe has sent centennial species to warn Earth of its impending doom is also bizarre, which brings me to my last topic of the night, Manny. Bizarre. The world is a huge ball of mystery. We have Stonehenge, the pyramids, Northern Lights, Machu Picchu. The vast oceans are deep underground caverns, murder hornets, to police brutality and criminals getting treated like kings. Oh, and don't forget the coronavirus.
Right. Okay.
With all the crazy things in our world have to offer, I'm grateful to have found a group of individuals that are kooky, bizarre, and vulgar, and open-minded as I am. Manny, in the immortal words of Charlie Daniels, there are things in this world you just can't explain.
So wait,
But
are
with,
you referring to the folks at the post office? The kooky guys?
But Manny, but with you and the missus and Bugs and your podcast, you bring some transparency and humor to this big ball of water we call Earth. So to you, Manny, I would thank you for inviting me into the Discord group. The Norm, here are my shout-outs. The Norm, Green Man, Gutter, Pucky, Game Vet, Dave Autospace, and even the irreplaceable Blue Chicken. I want to thank you guys for our daily rants and chats about everything from our messed up fathers to cars. As Manny would say it, that is for the record. Thank you for my time to call in.
Oh, that's good. Wait, don't go anywhere, though. So
I know, I'm just saying.
I want to see, so look at Davina and tell me what her face looks like right now.
She's in another room. She's asleep, probably.
She's like, oh, brother, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, we're glad that you're in Discord and you took the time to call today because it's something that we just talk about the whole time. It's all day, isn't it? That we're chatting away.
We're talking crazy topics. You don't even know what you're going to get when you open it up. That's the thing.
No, it's true. And I like that. That's why I like the Discord, and I'm glad the guys put it together, and I think it's awesome. It's great. And I'm glad that you enjoy it as well. Yeah, what is Davina saying? Yeah, my favorite part. What part is that?
Yeah, the end. That's the two old the hecklers from the Muppets.
Yes.
That's what they always say. I love this part. And they go, what part? It's the end. I love it.
That's hilarious.
That's why she says it.
That is.
See what I got to live with? See what I got to live with.
Yeah. We all have a Davina to deal with.
Well, thank you for my call-in.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great freak out. It was positive. All right,
all right, guys. Have a good one.
Ciao. So there you go. That was Dre. You can call in too if you want to, 972-290-1329. Or you can use @BossCrawler on the old Skype. And he's right. This is why I keep on inviting folks to get into the Discord. And we talk about everything, whatever it is, whatever comes to mind, whatever issues we're having that day. We talk about it. We make fun of it. And even the hardest things, we find some levity in it. And we move on throughout our day. There's a lot of things. I even floated the idea of putting together my own nanosat to shoot up into space. Fuck, everybody's doing it. Why can't we? We could call it the Discord sat and shoot it up into space. There are so many commercial companies. I was just reading about one in Chile. Now, I wouldn't trust the people in Chile with my nanosat, to be honest, but for the love of Pete, these things are being shot up into space at a bargain. And you can go to Chile and, shoot it up for a few bucks. But you get your technology up there. Like I personally, I'm going to fight the flat earthers. I'm going to put cameras all over that sumbitch, and we're going to take a picture of the damn planet. That's what we're going to do. We got another caller calling in, so let's see who this is. Welcome to the Thursday Night Freakout. What's up?
Manny Moonraker, this is Gamebud.
David, what's going on? You're on the road right now, aren't you?
Yes, sir. It's raining cats and dogs out here.
Yeah, I bet it is. We had some rain down here in Texas today as well.
Yeah.
What's your freak out?
You know what? I'm honestly calling to freak out about. I wrote on Discord that the other night, 2 nights ago, that I heard that really loud grinding sound. Sounded like a buzz saw grinding on some metal.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't know what that was, but honestly, it sounded like it was right next to me.
Now the funny thing is that a lot of people, I say over the last 6-7 years, have been reporting hearing that throughout anywhere throughout the world. Actually, I've seen a lot of videos on it. Does this sound like like it's coming from space, kind of?
Yeah, that's what they claim, but this was actually, it sounded like it was coming from the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was stationary. Like, it took at least 4 seconds to pass the sound, but it was stationary, like it was right across the road from me. Like I heard it. I heard the sound, lightly. Then it got louder and louder and louder, and then finally, at the loudest point, I actually saw just a lot of animals trying to run away from the sound. And cars were running over the animals. It looked like a slaughterhouse on the highway from all the animals getting run over right in that one particular spot. And then as I got away from that, the sound got quieter and quieter. So that whatever the sound was, it was stationary in the field across the highway.
So whereabouts was it this happened?
It was right by, it's called Pigeon Forge, Wisconsin.
So I wonder if anyone,
the name of it.
I wonder if anyone that's listening from that area, if they had the same experience. That is just crazy.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I mean, it was so loud that it actually drowned out the sound of my semi. I had the window halfway down. It drowned out the sound of the truck, the wind noise, all the trucks driving the opposite direction. All you could hear was that sound, and that was it. It was so loud, it was almost ear-piercing.
So what do you think it was?
I honestly don't know. I've only seen 2 videos online about that same exact sound. I mean, there's all sorts of videos on trumpets and all this stuff that people hear, and this was not a trumpet. It sounded like a sawmill, like you were driving right through a sawmill. But it had a very unique sound to it.
Yeah, that's really...
It definitely was not... That.
Yeah, I've never heard it. And the strange thing is that we had a guest that was on about 3 years ago, Donna. For those of you who have been listening that long, Donna, who was on, and she actually lived in Irving, Texas, and she would hear that thing at least once a month, a similar sound. And for the love of Pete, I've never heard it, but people say it is the freakiest thing to hear, and it's just crazy. It is so overpowering, so loud, and you wonder what the heck is making that sound.
Yeah, and it was a constant sound. It didn't stop and then go again and stop. It was a constant sound. So whatever it was, whenever I got to it, it was already going, and then it continued going until I passed it. And even when I passed it, it was still going. So I honestly couldn't tell you what it was. But I was going to say I'll post the video that I found that sounds real close to the same sound. I'll post that on Discord.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Do you know if there's any fracking in the area?
Not that I know of. There's really nothing out here. I don't honestly know, but I wouldn't assume so.
Yeah, and it's funny because when Donna reported that same sound, that was the question I asked her, because in Irving, just south of Irving, there was a lot of fracking. But even she said at that time the fracking had stopped because of all the earthquakes it was making in the area. So, that would be cool. If you post that video on there, people should go in there and check it out, see what they think.
Right. Yeah, I think it's I think it should be told today. Just saying it on Discord and other places. I think that's not enough. It's got to be shared everywhere. That's the whole reason I'm calling.
So before you go, I got a question for you. What about that time you spent with Chris on Saturday? What do you think about his his third eye?
Yeah, I think he hit it real close on the head. There were some things I was questioning, but a lot of it was accurate.
Yeah, I was I was floored because the one thing I do, and I don't share anything with him, to be honest, because I really don't have time to chat with Chris. I got so much going on. But when he started, and all I said was GameVit, I didn't say your real name, I didn't say any of that. And when he picked up all that stuff, I was floored. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I know. If you watch my video, and then hear that interview after, it's ridiculous. Like, hear me doing the ghost hunts or whatever that we did live, and then listen to him talking to me. It all fits in perfectly. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it sure did. And I was just, like I said, I was really surprised. And actually, Adam Baum, we were talking, and he's like, did he see GameVet's videos? I was like, I don't even think he knows that GameVet is even on YouTube, because he's not, what I realized from Chris, he's not that technology savvy. He's still learning the ropes. Right. And I don't even think, he shows up on YouTube on other people's stuff, but I don't think he's that savvy to say, oh, let me look at people's... avatar name or ID or something like that, and try to find them on YouTube. Yeah.
And it's not like I advertise I do that stuff either. My channel is GameVid02. It's not like, if anybody's looking for video games, my name pops up. But it doesn't pop up as UFO hunter or ghost hunter or anything like that.
Exactly.
It'd be really, really difficult to find me.
Yeah. I was impressed. And I'm glad that he was able to validate a lot of things that I actually knew about, because most of the stuff I don't know, but at least I knew what you've been up to and what you've been doing on YouTube, so it all clicked for me, and that was what was really weird.
Yeah, that was insane. That was cool, though. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. Well, stay safe out there, drive safe, and we're looking forward to listening to that crazy video you're going to post.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll get that out tonight.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Manny. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Ciao. GameVid, of course, if you listen to the Dark Horde from last Saturday, Chris Garcia read him in a way that I was completely shocked. I really was. And I'm trying to help Chris as much as I can, and I started messaging him today. To find a way to get his name out, because he really, if you can read someone through just knowing what their avatar name is, or their user ID, what their name is on the user ID, fuck, you got some talent. You really do. And I was incredibly shocked about how he was able to do that. So we'll play one more song, give people a chance to call in. So check out this track.
There's no
that is one band I want to get on the podcast just to interview them. So that is actually the outro that I have now for the Dark Core podcast. And also, we know the other one, You Live or You Die, is the same band, and it is the outro for UFO Buster Radio. It is a fantastic band. I love their music, and I think just from their music, they kind of fit in with the UFO Buster Radio crowd, at least with a Dark Horde. No, excuse me, no fucks are given there. I thank GameVet and Dre for calling in. A lot of times, folks don't call in because they're afraid. I don't know what you got to be afraid of. I'm just a regular guy just hanging out in San Antonio behind a mic. And thank goodness my mic is back in order because Bugs has been farting it up something terrible and snoring like crazy. I don't even know that you can hear it, but that's the beauty of this mic, for the love of Pete. Thanks God I got it. Actually, Bugs is the reason why I got it, to be honest, because he is so damn loud. I thank you guys for listening, but you know what? Let's give it 5 more minutes. Somebody out there has got to call in. 972-290-1329. I think I can hold the fort down for 4 more minutes as we wait and see. My rant earlier was real. You just got to look at the math, yo. You just got to pay attention to the numbers. And that's the way it is. We did have someone on Discord talking about... hold on. We have another caller. What's up? Who's calling? You might have to lower... We're getting the feedback from the podcast, by the way. There you go. Who's calling?
Hey, it's the Norm, man.
The Norm. What's going on? What's happening in your neck of the woods?
My neck of the woods? Well, I got a lot of stars to look at. A lot of stars. Good clear night out here. It's a little warm, so I get out at night. I'm down here in the Vegas Valley, Las Vegas, Nevada. And I get to look out at these stars all the time. But, dude, I got to tell you, I've been seeing some strange shit, man.
Yeah, I bet you have, especially out in Nevada. But the skies have got to be amazing out there.
Yeah, I'm out away from the strip lights and stuff like that. I'm pretty close to what we got, some hills back here. We call Snow Mountain Hills, across from Mount Charleston and stuff like that. So the lighting is a lot less, you know. And I sit out in my backyard and I look out and I see the Big Dipper. I see all these great stars because my view is like actually north. So it's pretty tight. But, you know, I've sat out here and I've seen the Starlink satellites going by and stuff. And I posted a video about that stuff. But here lately, last couple of nights, it's just been a trip, man. It's like a star will just turn on and like I'll notice. And then I'm looking at it and it just fades away. Just fades out of blue, out of sight. I can't get over what that might be. I mean, I have no clue. I've seen those like out here only. Like I've been in Arizona, California, and I never saw anything quite like that. Also, I've been checking out a couple of these, what you might call them, they look like satellites that turn on, but there's 2 of them. And they're roughly, well, you know, for sake of vision, they're roughly, I don't know about meters or anything like that, but I'd say they're about 5 miles apart. And they head off just out into the north, over where you guys, I guess, would call Area 51, because I'm just south of Area 51. I'm like the first group of hundreds of houses that are just over that mountain right there. And these things, they seem to be heading over in that direction, but they just go like little lights. They're not blinking. They're not changing colors. They're just white freaking lights. And I just can't get over those 2 things. I can't find anything on the internet about them. I tried those satellite apps. I can't see them anywhere. And it's just stuff like that constantly bugs me, you know. I don't know if our Air Force is up to stuff or, yeah, I just wish I knew more about that, you know. I mean,
yeah.
If the Tic Tac happens to be, you know, homegrown, then damn it, just let us know, man. That's great technology. We can use it for other things other than surveillance, I think.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially with all the craziness that thing was able to pull those few years back. But here's the thing: do you ever wish that you can like track these lights down, just keep up with them, find out where the hell they're going?
Yeah, and the apps that I usually use, they'll point out a satellite that's for real. But with these particular ones, no. I've captured a couple of pictures of them when they're at their fully brightest, and those are it's just a light, you know. But tracking them, I would have to have some sort of a camera that had some sort of heat tracking on it, and I'm working on that. But these things, they just appear, man, and it happens all the time. It's like I can invite a news cruise out here in my backyard, toss on the barbecue, put a fire pit on, put on some music, and you guys are going to see these things. You know, they happen all the time.
Now, it's funny that you mentioned the Tic Tac, because Dre mentioned the Tic Tac as well. What do you think is up with the Tic Tac?
You know, I got to lean towards homegrown right now. I realize that things 4 foot, 5 foot in length and stuff, and you can fit a decent size of the norm in it. I'm a little guy, you know. I can get inside of those that kind of an object. I mean, it's kind of like the size of a minivan, right? So, you know, it could be something secret. It could be something totally like that. But if it's extraterrestrial, how do you know? You know, like you always say, how do you know? Until you have the evidence, how the hell do you know? So it's all speculation at this point for me.
Yeah, it was just too perfect. You know, training missions. You've got the most powerful radar in the flotilla out there, and in the Princeton, and it just all fell together very well. But you know what really hit home to me about this being maybe a homegrown technology was the fact that Fravor, when he was on Rogan's show, he said that the thing met up at a rendezvous point. Like, how the hell would it know?
Yeah. Well, they do say some UFOs, they got psychic abilities. So you never know about that. But
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. And you're right.
Given the reaction,
yeah.
Given the reaction of some of the pilots and the radar guys, their reaction is pure. I mean, you can hear it in their voice. They are just
absolutely
surprised and happy as all hell to catch it. You know.
Yeah. But that's what the test was about. If this was a test, that's what it was about. Seeing how people will react to it, seeing what it can do against, you know, F-18 Super Hornets and the Princeton, and why not? That's your, as they say, your theater, basically, where you put on a nice show and you shock and awe.
Yeah, nothing we got can catch that thing. Nothing we got that it would be fun to, but what are you going to do if they catch it, you know? I mean, you're going to keep that a secret too, I'm sure. So.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny too that after the incident out on the East Coast, we really haven't heard any other incidents of any Tic Tac shaped UFOs, have we?
No, we haven't. Yeah, that's true.
So there you
go. I'll be out here. I'll be out here nightly. Looking day and night, man. I've seen some daytime sightings that are unexplainable. So it's just it really keeps my imagination going, you know. And I appreciate the amount of life that could possibly be in the universe. I mean, who can't?
That's right.
Anyway, I just wanted to call in, throw up my 2 cents about these little lights, and hopefully I can get on top of this stuff and give you guys some more information about that. Keep you all up to date, and just want to say thanks for letting me on.
All right, thank you.
My pleasure, buddy.
Stay safe out there. So there you go. That is the Norm, another member of the Discord chat. And the Norm is out there in Vegas, you know? I mean, come on. Actually, the Norm should actually pay a visit to, what is it, Deuce Bigelow, the Space Gigolo's warehouse, and see if he has any metamaterial, as he was saying that he had, or people rumored that he had. But that's another topic, another story. But I appreciate you guys for calling in. This is the end of the podcast. Thank you guys for being part of UFO Buster Radio. The freak out was great. It was live. It was going on. This Saturday, we are going to a bi-weekly schedule for the Dark Horde, which means no Dark Horde this Saturday. But the following Saturday, we're trying to get some stuff together to have some guests on, because we're going to talk about people being harassed by spirits, the evil kind. The kind that don't want you around and will make sure that not only you knew it, but everyone around you. So with that said, ciao.
charge up, you're the battery that keeps me awake. Reload under your control before I break. Killing frustration, have to do it all to survive the nightfall. When you fight against the time and you're about to lose your mind, it's easy to cross the line. There's no answer as to why when you look death in the eye. Either you live or you die. You live or you die. You live or you die. You're killing me, you're killing me, you're killing me. Can't have enough, you're killing me, you're killing me, you're killing me. Can't have enough, you're killing me, you're killing me, you're killing me. When you fight against the time and you're about to lose your mind, it's easy to cross the line. There's no answer as to why when you look death in the eye. Either you live or you die. You live or you die. You live or you die. Live or you die.
Why are you so pumped up? Are you on steroids?